a heavy, strong rooted bear energy as you take your weight from one foot to the other. Tailbone dropped, long spine, head lifted. And then we start knocking over the belly with our arms. And slow knock onto the belly, slow lock onto the door of life behind. Almost feel that your arms are bouncing off your body as you go from side to side. So warming up for the exercises, warming up your digestion. You're knocking over the spleen and stomach and large intestine, small intestine, liver, not quite the liver, maybe the back of the liver. And just easy breathing in and out through the nose or through the mouth, whichever you feel is necessary for you this evening or this morning. Feeling the weight going from one side to the other. Bending your knee a little bit as you take weight through it. One foot in front, and we continue with the same thing. So we do a lot of exercises which are going to stretch our balance this evening. And we begin to exercise our balance by feeling how one leg is full, one leg is empty when we walk and when we move. And we do a lot of exercises with lifting the spine, but also twisting the spine, all the organs attached to the spine. So when the spine moves and twists, then the organs get a lovely massage. So quite a strong knock here. You know, Bear's quite definite about what he does with his life and where he's going. Other leg forwards. Again, just feel that you've got the right stance here. Front leg bends as you go forwards. Weight onto the front leg, weight to the back. Nice deep breathing. And if your tummy starts to rumble when you do this form, then you're definitely doing your digestive organs some good, nourishing them, getting them going, clearing them out a little bit. So we activate them, but we also clear them. Okay, and then we're going to go into bear walking. So we're going to start this really slowly in 3 phases. So we're going to shift weight and bring arms up, down. Just feet in line with each other first. Just get that rotation and lift your arms up. Remember, you've got bear arms, they're heavy. So you're trying to lift them almost by pushing the shoulder blades down. Push your shoulder blades down, the arms come up. You can look at your hands. Take the weight across as you come there. But when you're turning to the side, you want to lift your spine first and then do the rotation. Then you're much less likely to hurt your back as you do that. You open your back right down to the sacrum, keep your chin tucked in a little bit. You can have a kind of wide peripheral vision where your hands are. Let's go to the other side. So shift weight, arms back. Shift weight, arms back. You may find that you can turn more easily to one side than the other, getting that nice lift as you do that. One leg in front. Shift weight and up. Now when you do this, as you come up, lift your back heel up, come back. Weight on the front leg, lift, and back heel comes off. Get a good stretch coming right through your leg, up into your spine, and then the energy goes up through the hands. And you're a bear, so you've got these big pads, they're wider. The tiger's a little bit deeper. This is wider and flatter in the ebb, and then bear, but then you've got your little fingers curled around there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And come back. Opposite leg forwards. Same thing, weight forwards. Turn to the side, lift your heel. Now you can do a little bear walk around your room. So 1 foot forward, breathe out and down, breathe out, other side. Go back. And relax. And you've worked quite a lot and your back's a bit itchy. So find a nice tree and just rub your back against the tree. Feel that rough bark scratching you. You might want to rub the lower part of your back against a tree. You might want to rub the mid back, upper back. And you're integrating that sort of lifting and rotation movement into the side movement of the spine as well. So you've got 3 different movements coming in, easing up between the vertebra, between the joints, and eventually let your arms go, dorsal spine go, and your head as well. So really floppy. Easy breathing. Slow or fast, whatever your body feels like doing, just get a lateral, like a washing movement going through your spine. One day my neighbor's going to join us. He was watching me on Wednesday and Sunday. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do bear twists his spine. Bear looks over his shoulder. Again, we've got a twist. We've got a leg in front. Give yourself a nice weight shifting forwards and back there. And then you're going to look over your shoulder and your hands are going to, your claws are going to come up and look behind you. Put your weight on the front leg, come back. Breathe in, a long out breath, breathe out. Behind, come back. Breathe out. Both feet are flat on the ground at the moment. Come back. Other leg forwards. Bear looks behind. See how far you can go. Bring your weight back. Weight comes on the front leg. Turn, look behind you. Come back. Turn, look behind you. For the posture, come back. Other leg in front. Okay, so this time you're going to breathe in, breathe out, turn, look behind, and as you look behind, lift your back heel off the ground and hold that position. Most of your weight on the front leg. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out, turn, lift your back heel. And you're beautifully wringing out your organs, even your bladder. You can feel the twist going into your body. That's what you should be feeling down at the bottom in the abdominal cavity. And come back. Other leg forwards. Weight forwards. Lift your spine. Turn, look behind, and lift the back heel. Hold that position. Coming back. Maybe the big bear is listening for another bear coming through the forest. Hold the position very still. Come back. Breathe in, breathe out. come back. So the third phase of this, and this is an exercise you can practice on your own and just get better and better at it. So now we're going to breathe in, breathe out, turn. And when you've turned as far as you can, got your balance, you're going to lift the back leg up. Balance on the one leg and come back. Breathe in, breathe out, turn, lift your leg up. Balance, 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 come back. Opposite leg. Weight forward, pause up, turn. First lift your heel up, get your balance, and when you're happy, then lift that leg off the ground and come back. Last one, breathe in, breathe out, lift your back leg off the ground and come back and relax. Hold a bear Qi ball for a couple of seconds and look for maybe a different kind of tree this time, maybe a narrower, taller tree to get taller and rub your back again. In. And let your neck go. Remember, we used to do dog wagging its tail. And this is very similar, just letting everything be kind of loopy and everything going in a slightly different direction here. And relax, shake it out a little bit. Now the bear is going to play with, there's a called bear frolics. So the bear is playing in these different forms that you're doing. It's going to play with a big branch in the tree. So the big branch hanging down here. And initially the bear is going to take the branch. And this is reminiscent of our Tai Chi opening, the move we're going to be doing. Drop your tailbone, tuck your chin in, lift your head up, nice long spine, and take your branch and push it forward, push it, push it, push it. And then the branch springs back. So flip your hands back, open your groin as you come back, and then take that heavy branch and push it forward again. These are strong exercises. Flick your hands up as you come back and push forward. Push forward. Flick your wrists up. Open your groin, keep your chin tight, tucked in, and your bottom's tight. And push forward and come back. One foot in front of you and push maybe a side branch there. Push it forward, flick back, and down and roll and push forward, up. Flick your hands back and push forward. Be nice to use an out breath through your mouth here. Remember, you do have bear claws holding this big branch. Coming back to center. Change your feet. Push to the other side. Push. Flick your wrists back. Open your groin. Push forward. Flick your wrists back. Push forwards. Come back to center. One foot out. And now sometimes you push the branch and the branch doesn't come straight back, comes back at an angle. So grab the branch there, flick your hands back, and you take the branch all the way down and push it forwards again. Bounces up and you catch it, take to the side and bring it down. So life's like that. Sometimes you get surprises in life and you have to be resilient enough to move differently. And breathe in. Bend your knees as you go down. Come up, bring the other leg forwards. Let's flick all the way back. And now here comes the branch and it's going to the side. Flick your hands up and circle right down. Really good for strengthening the legs and your back there. And let's go flick to the other side, flick to the other side. All the way down. Come up. One straight forwards. Pushing something really heavy. Flick back up and take to the side and down. Come up to the side, down, and relax. So the bear's so big and he's pushing these really, really heavy things. So he really has to go back to a bit of back scratching again here. Right. And speed it up a little bit, get a bit of difference between your hips and the top of your back, your neck and your head. Just shaking, shaking, shaking. Now the bear is going to hang in the tree. So lift your arms right up, a big branch up there so that your tailbone's hanging free. Chin is tucked in and lift your arms up. The scapula right up on your spine. And then you're going to come down, and as you come down, and I'll turn sideways, you're going to come down, pull your tummy in to protect your back, and come down. So hands in front of your legs, probably about 5 hand breaths. Once you're down here, allow your legs to bend, drop your head, and just wiggle your bottom around. Easing up your pelvis, easing up your sacroiliac joints. No weight on your spine, so you can move your spine nicely. And then slowly bring your hands up. And if you feel a bit of dizzy coming up from that position, just feel your feet rooting and do 1 or 2 breaths into your belly. And that will get your blood pressure sorted out again. Stretching up. Oh, now the bear sees some berries in the trees. They're picking berries, stretching up, pulling the branch down with the other hand, stretching up. And stretching up. Stretching. You stretch slowly, you'll find you go a little bit more, a little bit, try and get a berry that's just out of reach. Other side. Both hands together, pull your tummy in and down you go. Hands in front of your feet. And side movement with your hips there. And your head floppy. Easy movement through the knees, easy movement through the hips, easy movement through the back. Just limbering up. You could walk your hand in a little bit more if you like, or you could walk your hands further out if you like. It's quite a nice stretch if you've got a bit of a back issue when you stretch further forwards, but you just take it easily. And then slowly, if you need to, you put your hands on your legs as you come up. Do it a little bit more slowly. Because we often get a drop in blood pressure when we take our heads down, some people more than others. If you do it slowly, then you'll survive it. Okay. A few last berries. Get those last berries. Up you go. Drop your tailbone, soften your knees, root your feet. Shoulder blades going up your spine, and stretch one hand up, and then the other one. You're getting berries at the very top branches. Up you go. Up you go. Go. And we do these stretches really slowly so your fascia has time to release. We're opening up the areas between the last rib and the top of the pelvis. People often are very short here. I had a lady come to see me yesterday and she only had about 2 fingers between her hips and her ribs. And this is the exercise, the home exercise I gave her to do. Also had a very crooked spine, so the fact that you're stretching one side and then the other is very good for anyone with a bit of a scoliosis or S curve in the back. And down you go, pulling your tummy in. Last wriggle. Nice wriggle room for your hips here and your knees. And slowly come up, hands on your knees if you like. Right. Just close your eyes and notice how you feel. I want you to particularly notice how it feels through your feet, okay? As we're talking about grounding, and very often when we're doing a lot of arm work like we did with maybe tiger and dragon, you'd stop in between and you feel a lot of buzzing through your hands. But what I feel when we do the bear, that when I stop, I actually feel, hey, my feet are so stable in the ground, stable on the ground. And that's what we're trying to build up here, is that sense of stability. And when you've got stability, then you can move off and do all sorts of things because you've got a kind of home to come back to. So good spleen and stomach relationship. We feel grounded. We feel that we belong. Okay. So now the bears, it's really got a lot of energy. It's going to bump a tree. Because think of a big tree over here. You're not going to bump it right over, but you're just going to bump it and play with it. So one fist up here, one fist down here. And you're going to take your foot to the side and you're going to bump the tree. I think a big bear bumping this tree. Maybe you're actually going to shake the berries down. So it's a breath in and let your arms go down. Same position. Let's try the other side. One foot in front. Arm up at your side. Other arm coming across the waist there and circle your arms and notice how as you, and let's do a little jump. When you take action in life, you get a reaction. Reaction comes back to you. Arms right. And around. And to the other side and jump into it. Arms round. Arms round. Other side. Around. And around. Come back. And last time to this side. And put your hands on your belly. Just do a little massage around the navel here. And you can, as you're doing that, you can bend your body forward to the sides and back. You know, so we eat a whole lot of food, and then a lot of us just sit on it. Our lives can be very stationary. I mean, obviously a lot of people move around a lot, but a lot of people sit around a lot, or they sit in the car, they sit in the train, sit by the computer, sit watching a movie. And you know, this food is really, the digestion is aided by these organs actually being able to move. And the organs remain nice and flexible if they are moved, and if they're not moved, they just become kind of like clay. Like the clay needs to be pounded and squeezed and pulled to make it soft. And it's a little bit the same with the organs. So a very unhealthy level will be really hard, but a nice healthy level will be all nice and floppy and red. Relax, shake your hands and just have a nice, really soft scratch of your back on the tree. Think of, are there any parts of your body you need to scratch? I need a little bit more between my shoulder blades, the base of my neck. Tree can even be a little bit circular, so if you want to do a bit of a circle in there, that's also fine. Right. And then we'll go into a little bear flow. And here, bear's going to get some honey. The bear goes out and he gets his honey and he brings it to his mouth. Nourishing. Nourishing, coming in. Swing your hip out as well as your hand. And you have an open mouth as your hand comes up, down. Breathe in and breathe out. Slow it down. Feel that lifting of your spine. Feel the twisting of your spine. Feel your hip rotating forwards. Open your sacroiliac. Feel your shoulders. Blades going out to the side. Opening the back of your chest wall. Making space for the lungs and the heart. And you can feel that now you're actually just bringing in Qi from nature. So we're nourished from the earth, we're nourished from the universe, and we're nourished from nature. So it's as if we're going into a sea of honey here, sort of almost think that your arms are going through honey. How would it feel? There's a sort of very slight resistance to glide through it. And the air is invisible, but it has density and texture. Shift your weight as you do this. Drop your tailbone. Lift your head. The bear's really settling down. He's done all his stomping around. He's probably going to go to sleep soon. So I think he's had enough honey. So let's just take this great bear to swim in the ocean, and you remember this one. So the bottom goes back, your hands go forwards, and you're swimming. Tuck your tailbone in as you come through. Bottom of the back goes back, bottom goes back, and circle through here. Looking at it from the side, my hands go forwards, my bottom goes back. I'm as if I'm sitting on a chair, coming. Tuck your tailbone, come up. Forwards is an out breath. Breathe in as you come in. Tuck the tailbone in, come up. Breathe out. Tuck the tailbone in, come up. Breathe out. In. Tailbone back. Tailbone in. Come up straight. Beautiful spiral going through your arms. Feel how you spiral, you open between your thumb and your fingers, you go around. This you could do for bear, water element, as you're in the water, but also the lungs because of the open thumb and the first finger. So the elements weren't particularly always the same in the animal frolics. Animal frolics was one of the very, very earliest Qigong sets, long before the 5 elements. Hands over your belly, feet together, and walk. Just stirring all that good energy that you've worked up in your body. Body should feel strong after doing the bear. So the the tiger, which is not really a 5-animal frolics, but no, the tiger is, but the dragon isn't. Yeah, but we did him anyway. No, the dragon is. Dragon, tiger, bear. Yeah, it is. Monkey, bird comes next, the next two. Yeah, the first three are very strong. I suspect the monkey and the bird are going to be much lighter, but this should really give you a very firm grounding courage. Feet together, leave your hands on your belly, close your eyes, and just notice how your feet feel again. Notice if there's any more connection than you're usually aware of between your feet and the ground. Notice how the lower part of your body, from your feet up to your knees to hips to low back, may also be feeling like quite a strong trunk of a tree, supporting the rest of your body. But the spine is well integrated. You've worked a lot from the lower part to the upper part of the spine with lots of twisting and turning as well. So you may actually feel that the whole column of the spine is feeling quite strong as well. Strong but open. Feel an openness in the front of your chest and the length between your belly button and your sternum. So you're long in front and broad in front. Drop the tailbone. Allow your jaw to soften. Face to soften, space between your eyebrows. If the sun's shining on your face and just softening it into a smile. And then listen up to the sounds in the forest. You're a bear, what are you listening for? Maybe a honeybird, maybe a tiger rustling. So listen in the distance and see what you can hear. Notice as you pay attention, your body may feel quite still, quite rooted. Feel the temperature around you, touching the skin, the air temperature. Feel of your clothes. And just notice where your breath is and allow it to drop long, slow, and deep. Slowly open your eyes and thank you for coming to Bear Qigong tonight.